Hey everyone's Jackal Wolf back in Feed the Beasts Stoneblock 3 with another tutorial let's play video. Last episode we started on the Tinker's Path, but we hit a roadblock right away. To start doing the melter and the smelter, we're going to end up needing some clay. To make clay, we're going to need some water. To make water, we're going to need some iron. So we ended off the last episode by going and getting ourselves some of the andesite. We did that by creating ourselves a little bit of a staircase up. I'm going to say about 30 or 40 blocks up. That's where you hit your layer of andesite. You can do the same thing by going down. Once you do that though, that opens up the create path. We can now make ourselves a millstone. With the millstone, we can make ourselves some iron. With that iron, we can make ourselves a cauldron. With that cauldron, we can make ourselves the water. With the water, we can start doing some more tinker stuff. We can also actually set up some farms. As you can see, my hunger's getting a little bit low. I've got a couple of potatoes that I got as reward earlier on cooking, but we need ourselves a good food source. Farming is going to be a pretty good way of doing that. But before we get started, now would be a great time to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way you're alerted every time I post a new video to my channel. Also, if you're enjoying this content and you want to support, click on the join button down below. Check out all the perks I got available for my community members. Alternately, you can check out my Patreon page. There's a link down below in the description. But enough about that. Let's get back to the video. So, like I said, our first step into the create path is to create ourselves a millstone. To do that, we're going to need some polished andesite. To make polished andesite, it is 4 andesite blocks in a crafting table. That recipe gives you 4 each. We're actually going to need 5 total to do what we need to do today. With that polished andesite though, what we're going to do is we're going to move over. We're going to put 2 into a crafting table surrounded by birch buttons. That gets us a cog wheel. Now we're going to need one of these for the millstone recipe, and we're going to need a second one to power the whole unit. So 2 of the cog wheels is absolutely perfect. We're going to take one of those cog wheels, put it in a crafting table with 2 more pieces of polished andesite, 1 wood plank, and then 1 more andesite block. I think you could throw a couple of different ones in there. I think smooth stone would work, plus it's like granite and diorite and stuff like that. We've got andesite handy, so that's the one we're going to use. That gets us our millstone. Next up, we're going to need something to power that. To do that, we're going to take 1 more piece of polished andesite, drop it in the bottom right corner of the crafting table with 3 planks and 1 stone rod. That gets us a hand crank. Now you can see we got the Sieves, never heard of them quest. Let's open that up, click on it, random reward, a honey cake. All right, that actually might come in handy if it's an actual food item, but it doesn't give me any food info on it. So I'm not 100% sure if it's an actual food item. But because we're going to have to do a lot of manual work, using the hand crank is really, really tiring. You use up a lot of food energy, so keep an eye on your hunger bar. In any case, to use the millstone, what we're going to do is we're just going to put it in our world. This is just a temporary space. We can move it someplace else later on. Up on top, we've got sort of an input area, and then just below that, we've got a little bit of a cog. This is what we need to hook up to our power. So to do that, we're going to take the second cog wheel. We can kind of put it on any side that we want. I'm going to go throw it over here for the moment. And then we're going to go take the hand crank and we're going to go place that one right on top. Now we can spin this. This is going to start powering our millstone. But to actually have this work, we're going to have to throw something in there to mill. To get the iron that we're looking for, we're going to have to mill some gravel. Luckily, we've got a little bit of compressed gravel from a recipe earlier on. Now, I don't believe the compressed gravel works in the millstone, so we're going to have to convert it down to regular gravel. Throwing it into a crafting table will get us the 9 gravel that we want. 9 gravel by itself, though, is probably not going to be quite enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this loose cobblestone we've got from mining out the different areas, and then let's go turn this into gravel as well using our hammer. All right, so that will get us 27 gravel. I'm going to start by putting 1 into the millstone. That's because the millstone's got no real way for us to kind of see what's in there. What you got to do is you got to listen very carefully. So as I turn the handle, you can kind of hear a grinding sound in there. Oh, and there you go. You can actually, it was there and it's gone. We right click on it. I don't know if we actually got anything out of that. That was a very poor demonstration. So let's do it again. We're going to go throw 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to grind and listen very carefully. There's the grinding sound. And then once that stops, that's your signal to stop spinning the wheel. If you're spinning the wheel and there's nothing in there, you're just basically spinning. So there you go. We managed to get some resources out of it that time. We got ourselves some raw iron. We got some raw zinc. And it looks like we actually got one piece of sand. Oh, and there you go, coal. You know what? That was probably what we got the first time around. I didn't notice it in there, but I bet you that's what we got for the first block of gravel. So these are the 4 items we can get from the Millstone using the gravel. What we're going to need for this episode, though, is 9 more of these raw iron. That's because I got 1 iron ingot as a reward from a loot bee last time. We're going to need 10, 7 for the cauldron, and then 1 for a bucket. So in this case, I'm going to go throw the rest of that gravel in there. Oh, I got to move up a bit. And then we're going to grind away. All right, there you go. That was the end of the grinding sound, and I am very, very low on hunger there. Let's just test that. All right, so we can place it in the world. All right, we can eat it up like a regular cake. That's perfect. That's awesome. That's really helped us out on the hunger station there. But let's go right-click that. 8. We are 1 short. Not the end of the world, though. We've got tons of gravel. Let's do another 6. Gravel. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. And then grind. All right. There you go. Click on that. There we go. 10. That's perfect. Let's go throw all of these into our furnace there. That's going to turn them into iron ingots. That's going to allow us to progress in this pack. All right. So there you go. We've got enough iron cooked up to make ourselves the cauldron. That's going to be 7 iron ingots in our crafting table. We're also going to need a bucket. That's going to be 3 iron ingots in our crafting table. Now, to use this to make water, what we got to do is we got to place it in our world, and now we got to fill it up with organic material. Now, we could use things like saplings, but probably our best thing to do is to use some leaves. To get leaves, what we can do is we can make ourselves some shears. If I had 1 more piece of iron, I could have made myself some iron shears, but it's easy enough just to make some wood shears with 2 planks in a crafting table. And then we're going to come back out here. We're going to go plant our birch sapling again. Twerk. There we go. We've now got a birch tree. We're going to go and vein mine all of those leaves. We're left with 2. That's not too bad. And then let's go take that wood down. So these leaves here, we're going to go throw them right into our cauldron. Immediately they're turned into water. Other packs, if this takes a little bit of time, Stoneblock 3 gives us the water right away, which is really cool. We're going to take our bucket. There you go. There's 1 bucket of water. And I didn't really prepare a place for it. So let's go really quickly. So here we go. Here's a little bit of a fountain area. We're going to place 1 over there. We're going to come back, go 1, 2, 3, get 1 more bucket of water, and then come back over here, place that 1 there. We've now got our infinite source of water, which is perfect. We can now use this water to go make some clay. We can now go set up a farm and do a whole bunch of other stuff in our world, which is exactly what we want. Before we finish though, there's a couple of rewards to get. Resources, mill some gravel, random reward, stone pack, so it's not too bad. And then water, collect some water, random reward, Black Lotus, that might actually come in handy a little bit later on. It emits a strong magic vibes. It's from Botnia, which is something we'll probably be getting to in the future. But that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.